So we do have some options here. We have a 32 gallon versus a 44 gallon. So the question is which one do you want to go with?
Vitamin cheese.
Okay, let's get our salt ready. We're going to get our saltwater tank started, and to do that, we've got to add salt to the water. So for a 75-gallon tank, we think we're going to add about 18 pounds of salt. It's a start. We'll check it there, because remember, we've already got the tank already up and running. So now we just need to mix the salt into the water and get it going. There's 5 pounds.
Is that how much you need?
No, we need 18.
Wow.
Now typically we would mix this in our bucket, but since this tank has been up and running, we've taken all the livestock out of it, we're just going to go ahead and mix it right in the tank. Now, some people say you shouldn't do that. A friend at the pet shop said give it a whirl, told us to mix about 18 pounds in here of salt. We'll see what happens. Worst case scenario, we start over.
It's like a cloud. Yeah.
Pretty cloudy, huh?
Yeah.
We are going to put this pump in here to help mix it. That's 15 pounds of salt we added.
Yeah.
I like this cool black one. I think it's awesome.
Have them?
So we finally did it. We finally took the plunge into salt water. My very first one. I'm nervous. Never done it before. But you know, we got our salt mixed up. We got our aquarium going, and we went out and bought some fish. So we're starting out with just 2 fish, and we will go from there. I'm going to go ahead and use this drip system, and what this will help do is allow the fish to kind of acclimate to the salinity that's in this tank, which is just a smidge over 1.025, not quite to 1.026, and then the fish store runs a little less than that. They're down at 1.024, I think. So we're going to get them in here and let them acclimate. All right, little buddy, let's get you in there. It's cool. I'm excited about this. You got this damsel, and we're going to float him in there. And there they are. We're just going to go ahead and let them acclimate. And then we'll let this go for, I don't know, half hour, 40 minutes or so. And then we'll get them in the big tank. All I've done for this drip acclimation deal, it's the first time I've ever done it. It's how people do it, so that's how I'm doing it. I just use this airline tubing. And I stick it in here, I let it siphon down in here, and then I tie a little knot on the end of it. And I just let it drip. That's it.
is swimming around. Man, he actually looks smaller than usual. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we finally did it, huh?
Yeah. And it's my first clownfish. Nope, he ain't coming up to my finger.
It's our first saltwater tank.
It's pushing against the currents here, so I don't know if that's a bad sign or a good sign. I think it might be bad for that to happen.
We're about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks into the saltwater setup. We checked our water. Our ammonia is 0, but our nitrites and our nitrates are a little high. So it's time for us to do a water change. So we've got the saltwater mixing. We've been mixing it for about 24 hours or so. Let's go check on that and see if we got our salt where it needs to be. All right, we mixed that pretty good for a guess. I put 5 pounds of salt into, I don't know how many gallons of water this is, but I am going to mark it because look what we got here. We got our salinity at 1.026, between that and 1.025. So I'm going to go with that's perfect. Yeah, that water is super cold. So I ordered these aquarium heaters a long time ago. They were in the box there. Let's get those out, and I'm going to throw one in that bucket and heat that water up. Fragile. I don't have enough cord to reach. And you know what? Doesn't this go against everything we learned as kids, right? Keeping the electricity out of the water. Probably not the best setup, but I'll work on it.
Hello, something's in the package! I came from Zimbabwe to inform you that it's National Wear a Beanie Day.
All right, we're gonna do our 25% water change, which is about to here. So let's get this water out. We still use a Python to do our water changes because we found that it's really the easiest way to do it. So we'll just sink that in there, and we'll get our siphon started.
Test run number 1. Dang it!
I gotta figure out how to get that water out of there and into that tank. This is the power head that I'm using to stir the salt. So I'm just gonna shove it into here, like so. Drop that back in there, gently. All right, let's see what happens when I plug her in. Oh, I hope that pump's got enough power to get that up there. There's the water level here. All right, let me go see what's going on. I think the 75-gallon saltwater tank has finally cycled. It's been up and running for a couple of months, but let's double check just to make sure. And we'll give this a shake. This one we have to wait 5 minutes for. All right, it's been about 5 minutes. Now take a look at this. Pretty exciting here. And anybody out there watching this video that's waiting for a tank to cycle, let me tell you, you'll know this feeling of excitement when you look at these levels here. Check this out. Let's start over here. Here we've got our ammonia. I'm measuring it. It's coming back at 0, right? This is our ammonia right here. And ammonia rises with fish waste and food waste and other types of waste in the tank. And there's no way to really get rid of the ammonia other than to have good beneficial bacteria that's going to break it down. And when it breaks it down, what does it break down into? It breaks down into nitrite. Okay, so then when nitrite breaks down, it breaks down into nitrate. So all you can do for this is wait for the beneficial bacteria to grow in the tank, to convert it into the nitrite, and the nitrite will then further break down into nitrate. And the only way to get rid of high nitrate levels in their water is to do a water change. So we do a 25% water change, or at least that's what I do. So I'm really excited about this right now. I'm very happy about it. Take a look at it. We're going to call this 0. We're going to call this 0. And I'm going to call this less than 5 parts per million. I'm also going to call this tank cycled.
He wasn't even wanted for.
Do it again. Really?
How much does
Do it.
this do? It says 144.
These fish are absolutely stunning. Listen, I'm so excited to have converted this over from a freshwater to a saltwater. It makes me so happy to do that. I procrastinated for so long because I was intimidated by it. I mean, behind the camera, there's a bunch of freshwater aquariums over there. So I've been doing that for over 30 years. I'm comfortable with it. I enjoy it. But this excites me to try something new. We're learning as we go. This is an amateur aquarium hobby channel. Even though I make mistakes, the thing is I enjoy doing it. I enjoy the hobby, and I'll learn from those mistakes as I move forward, and we'll just get better as we go. But right now, I'm super, super excited to have these saltwater aquarium fish in my collection. So please, stay tuned, see where this goes. I'm not exactly sure yet, but I know that having people like you hanging out and checking out our channel, we certainly appreciate it. So if you've been here this long, if you watched all the way to the end, give yourself a thumbs up. You've certainly earned it, and I appreciate you being here. Take care.